Thank you very much for inviting me to join your conference today. I'm delighted to have this opportunity to speak to you personally. I have taken every opportunity to repeat my thanks for the way everyone in our teaching communities has responded to the COVID pandemic. And before I go any further, I want to do so again. I want to thank you for the way that you have kept schools open. I want to thank you for the inspiring way you switched to remote learning when you had to. And I want to thank you for the huge lengths that you've gone to keep everyone in our school community, but also the wider community, safe. This includes implementing a range of safety measures, such as implementing the mass testing programme, which has enabled all of our school children and students to return to the classroom after this latest lockdown. We've all had to face many challenges over the past 12 months, and often this has meant doing the day job, but learning to do it in an entirely different way. For those of us in education, it has meant coming together and working together in ways that we haven't necessarily done before. I always value talking to heads, to teachers, to carers and childminders and children, and of course to unions, but now more so than ever. So I'd like to pay a particular tribute to Dr. Patrick Roach. It's fair to say our two roles don't always lend themselves to easy conversations, but we have been working hard together, and I welcome the constructive engagement he has brought to our ongoing management of this pandemic. I very much hope that this collaboration will continue to develop over the weeks and months ahead as we build back better. I know that whatever job you do in our schools, whether you're a teacher, a school head, a classroom assistant, the pandemic has undoubtedly made it much harder. You all deserve support at every stage in your careers, and making sure you get it when you need it has been high on our list of priorities. I see for myself regularly the dedication and professionalism of teachers right across the country, and I want to assure you that making sure that you feel that you are supported at every stage of your career is something that I passionately care about. However, it's particularly important in the first years of teaching, when the learning curve is steepest. I know far too many teachers leave within the first 5 years of joining the profession. Every teacher who leaves the profession is a loss that we can ill afford. After all the disruption to our schools, including to teacher training over the past year, investing in our next generation of teachers and enabling them to deliver high-quality teaching to inspire and motivate a new generation is more important than ever and crucial to our long-term recovery plans. It's also central to closing the attainment gap, which the pandemic has cruelly exposed between disadvantaged pupils and their peers. Our early career framework will directly support those at the start of their teaching careers, and it is being backed by £130 million per year when fully rolled out. When combined with initial teacher training, new teachers will now be entitled to at least 3 years of support in the first years of their career. From September, we're extending the induction for early career teachers from 1 year to 2 years, providing a funded entitlement to a structured 2-year package of high-quality professional development. This will not only have a positive impact on the quality of teaching, but on the retention of new teachers. It'll equip new teachers with the skills and confidence that they need for a successful, rewarding, and long-lasting career. There'll be a range of new national professional qualifications to give teachers and leaders at all levels training, support, and practical guidance, helping them to become more effective teachers and leaders inside and outside the classroom. Teaching school hubs, which will be centres of excellence for delivering those teacher development reforms, and our new Institute of Teaching will be the cornerstone of these reforms. Together, these are going to set up career-long development from trainee teacher through to executive leadership. All of these are building blocks, but the single most important factor in schooling, the one that everything hinges on, is always the quality of teaching. We know that the teacher stood at the front of a classroom is the key ingredient that makes the greatest impact on all of our children. And we recognise that we need to go further, faster. To improve the professional training we offer teachers at all points of their career and ensure every teacher benefits. This will be central to the recovery plan that I'm working on with Sir Kevin Collins, and while I do not want to preempt his findings, let me say I'm confident this is going to feature incredibly strongly. I've said before that people now have a far greater appreciation of what you all do for our children. They have seen the way that you've risen to the numerous challenges that COVID has caused. These challenges, sadly, are not over. But I want you to know that I am always ready to work with you. When the challenges arise, we can work together. And I am confident that between us, we are going to emerge stronger, more resilient and better equipped to deliver a world-class education for all of our children as a result. So finally, may I just say, thank you for all that you have done over the last year and more. But thank you for what you continue to do and what you will do in the future.